Hello YouTube, it's William. Welcome to another knife sale. All right, ready, set, go. No, wait a minute. It's not happening until tomorrow. You got plenty of time. This is about a 24-hour notice, heads up. We're gonna go through every knife. We're gonna talk about every knife. We'll give you some specs on every knife. And so sit back, grab you a warm beverage or a hot beverage or a cold one, whichever suits your fancy. And let's look at some knives. All right, so before I get started, I'll also give you some information that pertains to every knife. All knives have a 90-degree spine, okay? All knives. Every knife comes out of my shop has a 90-degree spine. So that's a given on every knife. Where you can find these knives and get a pricing is on my website, wcknives.com, the Shop Knives webpage. All right, if you go to wcknives.com and go to the Shop Knives webpage, you'll see a listing that says November the 22nd, knife sale, pricing only. Pricing only. It will say sold out, but that don't mean it's sold out because it ain't started yet. That's for pricing only, so you guys know where it's going to be and what the price is on each one. All right, so on Friday, November the 22nd at 12 o'clock noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central, 11 Mountain, 10 o'clock Pacific, another listing will pop up and you can go at that point. All right, you can order it, buy it, whatever you want to do. All right, so now a little bit of advice, if you will. I recommend you having your pay method, whatever it's going to be, whether it be Apple Pay or if you're going to use a credit card, have all that information uploaded already. If you're not registered on the website and you're going to do a credit card, I highly recommend you doing that because it's not who puts it in their cart first, it's who pays first. So when you have it in your cart, it may be 15 or 20 other people have that same knife in their cart. It's whoever gets their little digits in there and presses send and gets approved for payment first gets that knife, okay? I have no control over that. That's how the system works. First come, first serve, first pay, first get, all right? Okay. Anyway, I think you guys are ready. Let's talk about some knives. I'm gonna go through all the specs here and give you guys as much information as I can, okay? So it's gonna be a long one. Do not skip, please. Go through the video. If you're interested in one of the knives, please watch the video, okay? Okay, first up, I've got two chef's knives. One is black micarta and one is green micarta, all right? Canvas micarta. Both of these are made from 16th inch Nitro V. The width on the blade at the widest part is approximately 1 7/8, give or take a 1/16 here and there. The cutting edge is about 5.5. Overall is 9 3/4. And I'm gonna say approximately on all of these because if there's more than one, then, you know, these are handmade. So there's gonna be variations here and there. It's not gonna be much, it's gonna be a little bit. So, I mean, these are not done on CNC machines. These are done by hand, all right? So it'll have that human touch, if you will. All right, so there's two chef's knives. We also have some RSTs. Sitting there pretty good. RSTs, okay? CPM 154 steel. The pry bar, if you don't know what these are, if you don't know what these are, the chef's knife, then just do a quick search on YouTube. It says WC Knives Chef Knife or WC Knives RST, and a video will pop up. Trust me, probably several will pop up. All right. So the only ones that will not have a video is if it's a prototype. Okay. So I've got, and they will come with a sleeve. Every knife on that's on the sale, pricing includes a sleeve, a Kydex sleeve. Kydex will scuff the blade. If it ain't scuffed when you get it, it will be scuffed after you use it a few times, because you're not gonna put it in there perfectly every time. You're gonna scratch the sides of that knife. All right, so Kydex will scuff the blade. They will come with a Kydex sleeve, like so. Pricing includes a Kydex on everything except the chef's knives. Those are the only two knives that does not have a Kydex sleeve. And the pictures on the website will show a sleeve with the knife, okay? All right, where do I start? Where does that? There's 28 of these knives, including the chef's knives and the RSTs and all that other stuff. So, all right, let's just start on this side and work our way down. Model 1, a Model 1 Nitro V. Okay? Made from 5/32 Nitro V. Cutting edge is 6 inches. Overall, including the extended pommel, is 11 3/8. The handle length is 4 5/8. The thickness of the handle at the palm is about 1 inch. The width is about 1.5 inches. And let's see, what else did I miss? The blade width is about 1.5 inches at the widest part. It is a spear point. This is one of the original designs from the Master Woodsman series. The Master Woodsman is a compound grind concept that I played around with and came up with, that eventually evolved into the Blackbird Model 1, and there is a Model 2 here that I'm going to show you very soon. Matter of fact, it is where? Right here, I think. No, it's not it. Got a table full of knives. Okay, here's the Model 2. And it's gonna have a little bit of Kydex dust on them. We'll clean them up before we ship them out. But this is the Model 2. All right, it's got the butcher style tip. If you've seen any of my past videos, I used a Model 2 prototype to butcher a deer. I think it's the Haskell Farm deer. It was a nice 9-point. I was able to harvest there at a buddy of mine's farm. 5/32 Nitro V. And again, has that butcher style tip, which is what I thought should be the Master Woodsman. But anyway, so I came out with 2 models there, the Model 1 and the Model 2. Then everybody said no, they wanted one like Blackie. So then I went back to that design that Blackie had, and we named it Blackbird after Blackie, because Blackie is Blackie. So anyway, the width at the widest part of the blade is 1.5 inches, and the width at the handle is the same as the Model 1. It's about 1.5 inches, give or take a 1/16. The thickness is 7/8 to 1 inch. Handle length is 4.5. Overall is 11 1/4, including the extended pommel. Blade cutting edge is about 6 inches. The Scandi portion on this one is smaller and has a little bit more of a drop down. It's about 1 inch. So anyway, it's a Scandi that goes into a saber. And if you're not familiar with what I consider or call the Woodsman's grind, then folks, it's a very simple grind to sharpen. That is the same bevel all the way through. So whenever you lay it down on the stone like a Scandi, it's the same angle, just all the way through. Okay, it's actually easier to sharpen than a saber or a full flat, because it shows you the angle. It's like sharpening a Scandi. Okay, so it's the same angle. All right, so those are the 2 Master Woodsman's series, Model 1 and Model 2. Okay. I've got two here, if I can find the other one, of when I was doing the Gray Men's Fuel the Fires, and that pre-order is ending very soon. So if you want a Gray Man, you need to go order it separate from this listing. Please do not combine any knives ordered or purchased on this listing with any other thing on my website. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for one of these until the other ones is fabricated, okay? Do not combine these orders. So anyway, I got two here that I messed up when I was doing the Gray Man knives for the instructors. And it's basically just a spear point. I think I call it a camo spear point prototype on the listing on the website. So this one is like I say, camo, has like a broom style, Kephart-ish style handle. The width on it is 1 inch. The thickness is 1 inch. The width is about 1 inch and 8, maybe. Yeah, let's go with 1 1/4 inches. Okay. Thickness or the width of the blade is 1 inch at the widest part. Cutting edge is 4 3/4. Steel is 5/32 AEBL. Hidden lanyard, the whole 9 yards. Fantastic little knife. Kind of this Kephart-ish, drop point-ish. Maybe some would even consider it a spear point, but it's probably more of a drop point because it's got a little bit more belly. All right. So that's one that that I salvaged. Let's say, excuse me, coffee backing up. They say that knife makers don't make mistakes, they just make smaller knives. Here's another one. AEBL 5/32 saber grind. Width on the blade at the widest part is about 1 1/8 inches. Cutting edge is 5 1/4. Overall is 10 1/4. Handle length is 4 1/2. Thickness is about 7/8. Width is about 1.5 inches, something like that. Natural canvas micarta, and I think that this is listed as a natural spear point prototype. I think is what's listed in the listing. But anyway, there it is with a sleeve. Okay, I've got two of the North Winds, if I can find them. I think this is one. Yep, this is A. This is prototype A, which is a distal taper. It starts about here and it tapers to a finer tip. This is the one that Pano uses mostly, or did on the prototypes. But anyway, this was prototype A, and has a scandy into a distal taper, like so. All right. Width at the widest part at the tooth is 1 3/4 inches. Cutting edge is 6 1/2. Overall is, including the extended pommel, is 11 5/8. And of course the handle that's 3/8 scale, so it's about the same. It's about 1 inch thick. Width on it is about 1 1.5 inches, something like that. Okay, so that is prototype A. Prototype A Northwind has a distal taper. Now the final version, you can go and watch that video of the final version that was released. I widened the blade a little bit and did some other things. I angled the blade up a little bit. But anyway, these are the two where we started. This is prototype B, and it's kind of used slightly. Prototype A never was used, so it's got a new price listing. This one is used, so it's discounted a little bit. It's a scanny, it goes into a saber. And again, the area that you sharpen is the same angle all the way through. Cutting edge is about 6.5. The Scandi portion on these are about a 2 and 2.5, something like that. Handle is the same. A handle length is 4.5. Overall is about 11 3/4. Thickness, 1 inch. Width is about 1.5 inches. And the blade at the widest part is about 1 3/4 inches. Okay, a lot of knife. It'll get the job done. Just about anything you need a knife to do, this will get her done, okay? All right, get these knives over here out of the way. I'm gonna be going through them again. Okay, I'll get the smaller knives later. All right, this one is a kind of a Gladiator style tip. See, it's got the faceted tip. This is a stabber and a half. It's got a multi-grind, a Scandi into a saber. Okay, it's made from AEBL. Thickness is 5/32, I believe. Yeah, 5/32 steel. Has a long handle. Has an extended handle. The handle on this is like a 4 or 5 or 6 position gripped handle. So you can get up there and you can choke up on that thing and you can do a lot of work. Balance is about right there. Right there. So it doesn't feel like a long, heavy knife. And it's angled to where it gets your hand out of the way. Anyway, this is a neat little knife. Let's say little knife. It's not a large knife, it's not a small knife, but it's just got a lot of handle there that it changes the balance of it. So it's a great woods knife. At the tooth, it's 2 inches at the tooth, and this is rounded right here at the choil. So anyway, you can really choke up on that and do some really fine work with that knife. The overall cutting edge is about 5.5, 12 3/8 overall, including the extended pommel. The handle length on this, in this black canvas micarta, by the way, the handle length is 6 1/4, so that's a lot of handle there. Thickness is the same as a 3/8, about 1 inch. Width is about 1.5 inches, about standard stuff. But anyway, I think this is listed as the Gladiator prototype, is how I listed this one. There's the Model 1, we already talked about it. And this is another prototype, and this is the OD Green Canvas prototype. I think it's a compound grind OD Green prototype is how I listed this. AEBL, 5/32. Handle again is that extended handle. I was playing around with those handles, how they extend and what they did for a knife. Just, you got to play around and see, maybe a design is coming up that's got that. Huh? Maybe that works. So anyway, again, it's pretty close to, it's just a different tip than the Gladiator. Okay, so everything else is the same. The handle is OD Green Canvas micarta. Length is about 6.5. Thickness is about 1 inch, or width is about 1.5 inches. Thickness is right at 1 inch or so. Blade is cutting edge is about 5 1/4. So anyway, there you have it. Black G10 pins. So I mean, you can it's a chopper and a half, or it's just a regular knife, or get up there and do that fine detail work. It's a very versatile design, very versatile knife. So there you have it. OD or green compound prototype, I think is the name. You'll see a picture of it. If you click on it and you look up above, you'll see a picture of that knife, okay? Or that's how it should work, you know. All right, the next one is a Prototype C. It says Natural Prototype C. Again, this is a compound grind. It's a scanty that goes into a high saber. Got a very fine tip on it, kind of a Seax-ish look to it. But this one is made out of 3/16 3V. So when you look at the price, it's going to reflect a 3/16 3V knife, okay? And again, this is rounded here, so you can choke up on it like a prang. That was the idea of a small prang, if you will. And again, get out here on the end, and you got some blade weight to take care of all that. And the balance is right there, okay? All my knives are well balanced. Every design, if it's not well balanced, it don't hit the market, because a balanced knife is a safe knife. It's also, it doesn't fatigue your arm and hands like an unbalanced knife. Cutting edge is 6 1/8. Overall, including the extended pommel, is 14 inches. The blade, or the handle, is an extended handle, a little bit longer. It's about 6 inches. Width or thickness is about 1 inch. Width is 1.25 inches. And it's got that double handle, so I mean, you can get on there like an axe and put some hurt on something. All right, but anyway, great knife. It's very nimble for its size. So anyway, there you have it. Natural Prototype C, 3V. Has a Kydex lead. Okay, next one is a Prototype A, which is a black canvas micarta. Has a convex grind. It does not have the compound grind. It has a convex, true convex grind, and it is 3V. There you have it, 3V, 3/16 3V. Cutting edge on this one is 6 inches. Overall, including the extended pommel, is 13 7/8. Handle is a little under 6 inches. It's 5 3/4. Thickness is 1 inch. Width is 1 3/8 inches. Okay. Again, one of those knives that balance is right there at that point. Right there. Okay. So when you grab it up here, it's balanced. It doesn't fatigue your hand like an unbalanced knife does. Comes with a Kydex sleeve. All of them do except the chef knives, okay? If I don't mention that. Okay, next one is the Master Trailsman. Compound grind. Has a, again, that, I don't know, it's kind of a, it's not a sheep's foot. It's kind of worn clip-ish style blade, I guess to be fair. Scanty going into a saber. And this one is Magna Cut. Magna Cut. Okay, so pricing reflects that. If you want sticker shock, check out Magna Cut. Man alive. 5/32 Magna Cut. The thickness of the handle is 1 inch or a little less, 7/8 to 1 inch, something like that. Width is 1.25 inches. Length of the handle is 5 7/8, we'll call it. Cutting edge is 7 1/8. So that's pretty good cutting edge right there. Overall is, including the extended pommel, is 14 3/4. But anyway, Master Trailsman. This is prototype A. All of these prototypes is kind of similar to this. Once I developed the Northwind, they kind of went to the side because although these were good, I thought that the Northwind probably combined a lot of these intricates and the best attributes of all of them into that one knife. So anyway, these probably will not, I may use the name for something else, the Master Trailsman, because I like that. But this one, this design or this concept will probably never be made again. Okay, because I think that right now, I don't know about tomorrow, but right now I think that Northwind takes all of those attributes and puts it into one knife. Okay, so Master Trailsman, Magna Cut. Okay, here is a mini prang, and this again is a prototype A. Got a little bit of that dust on it. Full convex or convex up to about here. Basically, it's a convex. It's a true convex. It's down to a 0. Made from 5/32 CPM 3V. Okay, camo canvas micarta. The cutting edge is 4.5. Overall, including the extended pommel, is 11 3/4. The handle is 5 inches long. Thickness is 1 inch. Width is inch and let's say 3/8. But balance is right there. I don't know if I can get the knife to stay there, but balance is right there, right on that point. So anyway, so when you get up here, I mean, it's a great little knife. But again, you know, I think that Northwind is just such a design. I mean, that's one that I keep in my pack, the Northwind. So anyway, great little mini prang. Great idea. I'm surprised not anybody else that I've seen come up with something like this. But anyway, for the Eastern Woodlands, that's a great little knife to keep in the pack or in the boat. Clearing brush. Okay, what we got here? This is a Seax. I think I named this the Seax prototype. Basically, it's a blended high saber into a Scandi. This is AEBL, 3/16 AEBL. Has a natural canvas micarta handle. The balance on this one is again right there. It's kind of hard to get it to stay on that point, but it's right there. That's the balance. The width on this blade at the point is 1.5 inches. The overall is 13. Handle is 5 3/4. Thickness again is about 1 inch. Width is about 1 3/8 inches, something like that. But anyway, it's a great little knife. If you like that Seax style tip, then that is a rounded portion there, so you can choke up real tight on that knife and do some of that real fine work. A great little knife, or say little knife, mid-sized knife. We call it mid-sized. It's not a large knife. I wouldn't call it a large knife. I don't think I give you the width. Did I give you the width on this little mini prang? Did I do that? We'll do it again anyway. It's 2 inches. 2 inches. Okay, what we got now? Woods and Game. All right, this is prototype A. I will come out with one of these maybe at some point. This was prototype A. This is prototype B. Is not in the sale. B is not in the sale. Again, B is not in the sale. And again, somebody's like, where's B? I don't see B yet. All right. B is going to Tim, the trapper that has done a lot of testing, field testing for me. He's going to use it this winter and early fall and give me some feedback on it. But basically the concept is this drop down here, the tooth, and of course going into this real subtle Nesbook skinning knife design. That's the idea or the concept of it. Because I think that tooth is going to help going through those tendons, especially in the leg bones or the joints and things like that, going up the gut cavity. You just use that tooth to rip through there and kind of protect all the important stuff underneath. So anyway, this is prototype B. So this one is the one that's going to Tim and for field trials, and probably release something like this maybe next hunting season. We're gonna give Tim some time to test her out and play with it and give you some feedback on it. But here is prototype A for those of you who wants to use it now. Basically the cutting edge, including the scanty portion, is 5 inches. The width at the tooth is 1 1/8. Handle is 4 1/2. It has that handle where it's kind of contoured a little bit. I wanted something where you're upside down. Anybody that's skinned a lot of game knows it. The knife is upside down probably a little bit more than 50% of the time. So, you know, you're going up legs, you're going up bellies, you're going up a lot of things to get that hide off. So anyway, this blade is kind of canted back a little bit. But anyway, it gets your hand out of the way for slicing and kitchen prep. There's a lot of things that this knife is designed to encompass. But anyway, that saber portion right there, the thickness on these will be 3/32. So it's in between a 1/16 and an 1/8. So it's kind of in that sweet spot there. For it's not too thin, not too thick. Gives you a whole lot of slicing ability. But anyway, nice knife. I like this concept. I think this is going to be a phenomenal woodsman's knife. Again, I went kind of changed the handle to where it's sloped down. You see where the handle is on this one? See the difference? It's got, this one looks like it's got a bird's beak or bird's head semi. This one is, so when you're upside down, it's more comfortable, okay? So, I mean, all of that is part of knife design, folks. It's not just one of those things, sketch out a knife, say, ooh, that's cool. That's not how WC works. WC sketches something out or thinks about something for a while. He'll sketch it out, or I'll sketch it out, and say, well, you know, okay, if that looks good, the final sketch, then I'll put it in a cardboard cutout, and I'll hold it, I'll feel of it, smell it, I won't taste it, because I know it tastes like cardboard. But anyway, I'll kind of make sure that that's what I need. Then I'll do a knife, and I'll play with that knife for a while. And then once I get it to where I think that it's ready for field trials, if it's something I'm not sure about, that I think it has potential, but I want an expert's opinion, then I'll select some of the experts that I know in certain fields and let them try that knife out and give me some feedback on it. Okay, that's how design works with me. The initial concept and initial design and everything is done solely by me, and then through field trials we'll tweak it here and there a little bit. But anyway, Woods and Game. Woods and Game, prototype A, natural canvas micarta. Handle will come with the Kydex lead. So anyway, look for more on this in the future. It's not going to be something that I'm going to rush. Again, we'll probably get that one ready for a release somewhere late summer is what I'm thinking. Give Tim some time to play with it and get his thoughts together. Okay. All right. Get some here. I've got some Taskmasters. See, I've got 4 of them. Okay, I've got 4 Taskmasters. I've got one in camo Sure Touch with orange pins and orange liners. It has, and I'll clean all these up. If you got fingerprints on them and all that other good stuff, they'll clean them up before we ship them. Cutting edge is 3 3/4. If you don't know what the Taskmaster is, then search YouTube for WC Knives Taskmaster, and these will pop up. Basically, it is a compound grind on a utility blade. See there? And I mean, it is a carving knife and a half. If you do any type of crafts, whether it's in the field, in a shop, or whatever, this is a utility blade that you must try. After the field lore, I think this, well, I know this is my second choice after the field lore. And I have had a field lore on my belt in some form or fashion since it was developed. That's how much I love the field lore. The field lore, to me, in my use, is the perfect knife, period. The perfect knife for my use. Shop task, kitchen prep, wood carving, camp craft, I mean, everything. The field lore ticks every box for me. This would be my second choice, especially around the shop, I mean, even kitchen prep, it gets you that straight edge there to do that chopping on those vegetables and things like that. Up there for that power cut on the tip. Even game prep, the angle of that tip will get you there for those skinning cuts. But anyway, the Taskmaster is a design that kind of fell through the cracks. I probably released this knife with too many others at the same time, and it just, I mean, it was a respectable number sold, don't get me wrong, but I think that more people would enjoy this knife if they ever used it. But anyway, at the widest part, the blade is 1 inch, 3 inches to the tooth. Cutting edge, full cutting edge is about 3 3/4. Overall is 8 1/8. But anyway, there you go. The Sure Touch width is, it's about 1 inch. Micarta, about the same. So pretty close to the same. But anyway, I've got green, black, and natural canvas micarta, and one in camo Sure Touch. Okay, and all come with the Kydex tape. Okay, I got 2 stubbies. Stubby. I got a camo Sure Touch with orange pins and orange liner. And I've got a orange Sure Touch with orange pins and orange liner. Talking about a caping small games knife. Both of them are saber. Nitro V. The Taskmasters were AEBL. Sorry, AEBL. I think that's 1/8 inch AEBL. Stubby is a saber, a standard saber grind with my edge, which is about a 12 to 13, give or take a degree or 2 here and there. But I mean, it's just a great little caping knife, small games knife, first knife for a young adult. Just somebody that's ready to go to that next level. Somebody that wants a small handle. It's just a great little knife. The cutting edge on that, look at that belly. Look at that belly right there. Kind of looks like mine. 2 inches cutting, 6 1/2 overall. Handle is 4 3/8. Width is about 3/8, I would say. No, 5/8. Yeah, 5/8. That's record 5/8. Both of them are the same. It's just one's camo Sure Touch, the other one is orange Sure Touch. You want to see it? They're the same. Nitro V. Natural V. Natural V is a great steel. It really is. I don't think Natural V has got its just dues. Okay, I've got 2 junior field lures. And these are field lures that I use, and pricing will reflect that. They are used. This one is 5/32. See, it's got a slight taper tang to remove some of the weight. Can you read that? Magna Cut. Magna Cut, 5/32 Magna Cut. Okay? And this is a junior field lure, first run. I put a first run on it. I made this back in early summer. I think it's June or July I made this. Played around with it for a long time. I love the junior field lure. The reason I go back to the field lure, the adult field lure, is the handle. The handle is the handle. It's the handle, folks. The junior field lure for an EDC is a phenomenal knife, but using it long term, the handle for me is just. I wish it was a little bit longer. Anyway, but as far as an EDC, it's just a great little knife. Magna Cut, 5/32, a little bit thicker, steel upgrade, and the pricing will reflect that it is Magna Cut and also that it has been used. So that's a deal. Handle is rosewood, and with the burgundy pins and burgundy liners. It's a standard rosewood option. 1 inch width, thickness is 3/4. So anyway, there you go. I think it may be the standard size, even though I cut it out by hand, just to be sure. Cutting edge is 3 5/8. Overall is 8 inches. Handle is 4 1/4. Okay. All right, the last junior field lure is African blackwood, and this one is made from 5/32 3V. 5/32 3V. It's a heavy knife. I tapered the tang to get rid of some of the weight. African blackwood, black pins, black liners. This one's a little bit shorter. It's a little bit different. Kind of give you an idea. See, it's a little bit shorter than the standard field lure. I had a little small piece of 3V, so I squeezed one in there. 3 1/4 cutting edge. The flat portion to the point or to the tooth is 2 1/2. So anyway, just a little bit different field lure. Still the basic concept of the field lure. 4 inch handle. Width is 1 1/8, a little over 1/8. Thickness is about 3/4. So anyway, the balance on this one is about right there. About right there. So taking that steel out certainly helped the balance of that and the feel of that. 3V. 90-degree spine. Okay, and the last 3 knives I have, the final three, folks, are daily chores. The first one is a full flat daily chore with red Sure Touch with red pins and red liners. Handle on this one is a little bit shorter than the others. There was a miscommunication between me and Tom, who does the handles. I told him wrong information. My fault. So anyway, the handle on it still fills up my hands as my large hands, okay? The width at the belly of the blade is 1 1/4, a little less than 1/4. Cutting edge on the full flat is 3 3/4. The finger choil is about, let's go with 7/8. Handle is, actual handle is 4 1/8. The overall, including the extended pommel, is 9 1/8. The thickness of the handle is, let's go with 7/8. And the width is just under 1.5 inches. Yeah. Nitro V, 5/32 Nitro V. Okay, that is one. There's another full flat. Again, it's got that Kydex dust on it. See the difference between the handles? See the difference? The handle's a little bit longer. Okay. This one, I mean, if you got extra large hands, a handle for you. 3 5/8 cutting edge. Width on the blade's about 1.25 inches. Handle is 4 1/2, a little over half, just under 4 5/8. Thickness is 1 inch. Width is 1.5 inches. And this is camo canvas micarta full flat daily chore in Nitro V. 5/32 Nitro V. Allergies, dust. All right, the final one is a daily chore made from camo Sure Touch, orange pins, orange liner, saber grind, Nitro V, 5/32 Nitro V. I should have got some water. Thickness, handle thickness is 1 inch. Width is 1.5 inches. Blade width is about 1.25 inches, a little over. Cutting edge 3 5/8. Overall, including the extended pommel, is 9 1/4. Handle is 4 5/8. A lot of handle. If you have extra large hands, then that will fit your hand beautifully. Large to extra large, I would say. All right, that is all the knives, okay? Again, thank you guys for enduring through the end of this. I hope I was entertaining enough. And I hope you guys saw 4 or 5 that you really like. Suggestions is pick your top 3 or 4 if you're interested in these. And that way, as you're trying to buy them, if you want to put all of them in your cart, that's a risky business because a lot of times while you're trying to put 3 or 4 in your cart, somebody's already buying one of those knives. So, if you want to gamble, that's an option. Or a lot of people would just buy one at a time. Now, if you buy one at a time, I'm going to ship one at a time, okay? I'm not going to combine all these things because I'm easily confused, folks. I'm getting old, so I'm easily confused. So I go by a list. If the list says Rob bought 20, number 20, and then 10 minutes later he bought number 25, I'm going to ship 20 by itself, and I'm going to ship number 25 by itself. All right, so I'm going to go by the list. That way I don't get confused. Okay, because when I got a table full of knives, of 28 knives on the table, confusion possibility is very high. Okay, so trying to streamline this as much as possible, make it easy for myself and my help. And so we get you the right knife, okay? So WC Knives, Shop Knives webpage, there is a listing now. It will say sold out until tomorrow, Friday, November the 22nd, at 12 o'clock noon Central Time, another listing will pop up, and you will have the option to buy. Okay? All right, hope all this was clear as mud. Appreciate each and every one of you. Please, if you can donate to Blackie, donate as often and as much as possible. Blackie certainly could use our help as far as his medical bills. If you haven't heard about Blackie Thomas, then there's several videos on my YouTube channel that explains what happened to Blackie. He had, he had a minor stroke. Well, people call it minor, but from what I hear, I don't think that was minor. I think it could have been devastating, really devastating. Basically, the left side of his brain did not get blood flow for a while. But he seems to be doing well. I've talked to him a couple of times, and he seems to be doing well. There's some things out there in the woods still that he's having to do. He required 2 major surgeries, and so all of those bills are piling up. And so please, I will put a GoFundMe link in the description below. If you can donate, please donate. If you can't donate, I mean, you know, just $1, $5. Everything adds up. If you can't donate, then go watch his videos. Watch his videos, do a like, share. That's how he makes a living, is off of YouTube. So whatever you can do that on that end, and that doesn't cost you anything. Put it on loop so it just continuously plays. Be sure and do the likes and the thumbs ups and shares and comment and all that good stuff, because all of that adds to the algorithms and get Blackie as far as notice, recognition, and views. It's the name of the game, folks. All right, thank you guys. You guys are phenomenal. Could not do this without you. Love each and every one of you. Y'all be safe. And until the next one, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. Don't forget those plenty of band-aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.